Welcome back to Max Gamble TV. Max Gamble TV is always a leading YouTube channel that avails you the best of car offers. Welcome back to Max Gamble TV. Max Gamble TV is always a leading YouTube channel that avails you the best of car offers. So today we've got you covered. So suppose you are a car enthusiast and could be you're looking for auction vehicles, you're looking for repossessed vehicles, you're looking for locally used vehicles, and could be you're looking forward to importing a vehicle, a foreign used vehicle in that respect. So we've got you covered. So the first thing that you've got to do just once you get to a dealership will always dictate whether you get to have the best vehicle or not. So I've got a question for you. What is the first thing that you get to ask for before making purchase of a used vehicle, or rather a locally used vehicle or foreign used vehicle in that regard? It is obviously the car mileage. So most buyers will always prefer lower mileage vehicles for obvious reasons, with main being an argument that lower mileage vehicles have not been overused for that case, and for that reason less tear and wear. So the car dealership, or rather the car dealers, always know that you're looking for lower mileage vehicles, and for that reason there's high chances of a vehicle's mileage being tampered with, and it is very simple to do that. So I'll be telling you how they do it and how you can determine whether the mileage of any vehicle has been tampered with. So this is how they do it. The car dealers will do it very simply by having, let us say, a width of a mileage of 300,000 can be readjusted just right from the odometer to a mileage of 100,000 kilometers. And for so, since you're looking for lower mileage vehicles, you shall have fallen under the trap of low mileage vehicles. So that is the basis of the car dealers, and most of these dealerships often do that, of course. And I'm here to help you to determine whether the car mileage is tampered with or not. So how do you determine a tampered mileage? So a tampered mileage is simply determined in respect to an imported vehicle. Suppose you're importing a vehicle and you have your agent or a dealer who is importing on your behalf. The first thing that you have to do is to ask for documentation. So there are always documents right from Japan in this respect that will always help you to determine that. So the first document you should be asking for is the car exportation certificate. So an exportation certificate is more of a logbook. You could also ask for an import declaration form, and you could also ask for the bill of lading. So all these are import documents that help you determine the value and the condition of the very vehicle. So once at Japan, the Japan exporters write at the certificate of export indicates the mileage of the vehicle as at the time of exportation to Kenya, and they also indicate the weight of the vehicle and specific details, the grade of the vehicle, and so on, finer details to the vehicle. So that is the first document that you should ask for once you get to a car dealership. So verify the car mileage from the export certificate and confirm is vis-a-vis the odometer's reading of the mileage of the vehicle. So there's yet another. Suppose the vehicle has gotten to Kenya, you can as well still confirm the mileage of the vehicle by referring to the chassis of the vehicle. Remember, the certificate of export also indicates the chassis. So you can also confirm from the chassis of the vehicle and search for the qualities, or rather the details of the vehicle from the QISJ portal. So QISJ is a quality check standard platform from Japan that is always used to confirm the value or rather the condition, the quality of vehicles in specifics. So go and grab the chassis number from the export certificate and search QISJ, and the details, final details that the vehicle shall always be given. So that is to include the mileage, the year of last registration, and so on and so forth. So suppose you can't work with the two, you can as well work with the third most effective one. So go to a mechanic, a local mechanic, and the mechanic can always have a diagnostic tool that can be used to determine the correct mileage of the vehicle. So through the diagnosis tool, you can determine the quality or rather the mileage of the vehicle. So those are the three main ways of determining the mileage of any vehicle. So now someone will now ask me, what do I do having noticed that the vehicle that I just bought has got tampered mileage? So do I return it back to the dealership, or do I just consider having been duped and move on? So most people always just consider that they've been conned and leave it for that. Though a percentage of individuals will prefer to get it back for a replacement. However, the smart ones will do this. They will report it to the police. Remember, so there is both a civil case and a criminal case at the same time. So it will fall as a civil case, according to my opinion, based on perhaps breach of contracts or other terms of the contracts. And secondly, it could fall under the criminal acts. So that could be obtaining of money and a false pretense of that in that case. So the best way is to report to the police, and from that there's high chances that you shall be compensated. You can either prefer the civil way or the legal, or rather the criminal way. So I'd propose, if you go for the civil way, you can from that instant visit any courts and get to the small claims courts. You'll be referred to the small claims court, register your grievances, from which your issue shall be sorted, and without delay the individual who sold you a mileage vehicle that has been tampered shall have to compensate you. There's high chances that it could be slapped with additional charges too, for that reference. So as we wrap it off, remember this still remains Max Gamble TV. Max Gamble TV, as previously mentioned, happens to be a leading YouTube channel that often avails you the best of car offers. We at the same time help you to import your foreign used vehicles. In this respect, we are partnering with a few Japanese-based companies to help you import vehicles of your choice. So suppose you're interested in any services or in consultation pertaining to vehicle importation, then feel free to contact us down in the comment section. Our contacts, we at the same time help you to clear the vehicle from the port of Mombasa. Remember, that is the most technical part of importation of the vehicle. And just to have you a recap, remember, I've taken you through every details pertaining to details or other documents that you should ask for before buying a used vehicle. So we've talked about the certificate of export, we've talked about the import declaration form that will always be handed over to you or could be to your agent. So if you wish us to be your agents, we'll always hand you over the import declaration form from which you can accurately determine that the value of importation, the overall cost of importation of your vehicle. We at the same time offer very low charges when it comes to clearance of your consignments once it gets landed at the port of Mombasa. So that is much we're having for today. Let us know if you're looking for auction vehicles too. If you're looking for repossessed vehicles in the comment section, make reference to our previous videos. Our previous videos will greatly help you, or suppose any video from our previous video, any vehicle from our previous video pleases you, feel free to contact us